Now we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if you refer to our analysis, when we have been within this move, we mentioned we're looking for buy. We had the two opportunity to look for buy, but the way it was moving is really corrective. That means any of them was the short term. Okay, now the thing is how we want to look for next trade. As we can see, the way it's moving is really corrective. Okay, this is what we have, and now we get this one. Can we put this and relative to this for next move, at least to break this one, or maybe this one can be really corrective for one more drop. Okay, what I want to mention, if this one to a corrective move, how deep it can go, whether it can break this low or not, whether this one can give us the next move for buy. Okay, as we can see, the price after the drop, I mean after buy, when they test the highest price, when it drop, this is where we see the price one time stack and reverse. Everything says about the whether the price can retest 0.0424 or not, because we mentioned if the price can retest this one, this support which we mentioned, it can give us a better confirmation for the next trade. Okay, we start with the daily chart. All right, based on daily chart, as we can see again, the price have been within the highest range, which is 0.09, and after that we had, as we can see, drop quite a lot. Now the thing is, where we can see this is the biggest correction we have it. We want to see how deep this one can go. All right, mostly when we see this kind of the pullback, when we have the sharp move. Okay, the thing is, first of all, we need to know how deep this one can go before we look for the next trade. Okay, because mostly we will be in the we will be interested in the buy, because we can see we are within this correction, the possibility of the reversal. Okay, and if we get any buy with the stop loss, for example, below the lowest price, rather than we look for sell. Okay, but any trade we get for sell or buy, we take it. The reason I'm mentioning all these things is some of the traders ask why we are looking for buy. We are looking for both trade, whether sell or buy depends on the opportunity we get, whether a long or short term trade. Okay, by the way, when we move to forward chart, based on forward chart, again, this is what we are in. We are within this really, I mean, within this correction after the price break the highest one. I mean, the test the highest one, not the break. And when we see this kind of the corrective, the correction, mostly, I mean, from within this range, the price is ready, the base move is really corrective. Next move will be quite sharp, whether up or down, but mostly we're looking for buy. Okay, because the first correction was not really, I mean, the in terms of the length and time we spend is in compared to this one is very less. Okay, and this we get no, I mean, after the correction we get this move then. And if this is a correction for the continuation, what's the next, the breakout of this, how high it can go. But what we were talking about is that we mentioned the first we were looking for this one as an internal correction in relative to this. That's why we mentioned if the price can break this low, which is 0.042, okay, it can give us better confirmation to look for buy. But right now we see the way it's moving, the price is not dropping. Even if we get this drop, the price couldn't break. And now we want to see whether can we look for this one as a 1 2 3, as a one move, and this is the second, and we get one move down. It doesn't mean we have to wait for the price to break this low before we get the trade. But if it's break, can give us a better confirmation for the next move. We can analyze easier rather than be buy from here, because this one is still we are within the correction. We need to see the move is finished. Then we say, okay, this correction almost done. We need to look for the reversal rather than trade within the correction. Trade within the correction we consider as a short term. That's why we try to take it May in case this is the start of the up move without breaking this low. Okay, now we want to see how we can trade it, but it doesn't mean we're only looking for buy. We're looking for both of the opportunity. Okay, but if we get the buy in terms of the risk and reward can give us better trade setup. For example, if I get the buy here, after the price break this low here, or even we get the buy from here, my stop loss will be here. And what we're looking, if the price move, we're looking to price break the top. This is what we're looking for, and this is what we're risking. Okay, by the way, now we want to see. If we put this one in relative to each other as a correction in relative to this, if we consider this is the start of the down move, we get one wave, we can expect the price to at least retest the top even higher, and then from there we can drop. If we get this, we can get a good trade setup. Okay, that means still we can see this one turn to a correction for one more pop, at least to break the top, to finish this move, which is internal move, will be in relative to this, and the price can drop. This is what we need to be aware of it if you want to trade. All is about the possibility what's the next. And if we move to 1 hour chart, as I explained, still we can expect the price drop for one more correction, for one more drop again. And the second, this one is if we get the any correction or up move, the best things is if the price can break the top. Or even we can get this down move for one more drop, then the price break the top for one more drop again. All the possibilities there. The only thing is how we can trade it. What we need is that to see this move is finished, and the last move we get to complete this one as well with the breakout of here. Okay, this is what we're looking for if we get a trade. But rather than that, we want to see how we can trade it here. For me, if I want to trade right now, okay, whether for buy or sell, the only times I can look for buy if the price give me breakout of the top and the correction. Whether in terms of the corrective move, break the top, I don't think I can get. I will look for buy. The only times if the price sharply break the top, then from there we see whether we can look for buy or not, and whether that buy is a short-term buy or long-term. But we have no reason to buy within this one unless this one turn to a deeper correction. As long as the price haven't broke this low, which is 0.0444. Okay, as long as if we get the deeper correction, then maybe we get look for breakout with the flag, then we don't need to wait for the breakout of the top. But from what we have now, if I want to buy, we look for breakout, because still we can expect for the correction for one more drop. And if we want to sell, we cannot sell. The only times we sell if this one turn to a bigger correction similar to this, and any sharp move flag you can sell. But sell also doesn't give us a really good trade setup. Okay, because the way it's moving is really corrective. We don't have any trade right now. We cannot even look for trade if we get this kind of the corrective move, unless we trade based on lower time frame. Or we just trade very short term trade. If we move to 15 minutes, okay, for example, if we want to look for sell similar to what we have here, we get that one down move with the breakout of this low is reverse. Also, we get the correction, the price can break this low. How high, how deep it can go, we are not sure. Okay, anyway, we don't have a trade. That's why sometimes we cannot get a really good trade setup. The only thing is, only reason we are within the really corrective move. But we need to know when we have this kind of the move, the next move, if we get, is quite sharp. And mostly we expecting the up move. Even it give us a down move. But the only times I will expect the down move will be sharp if the price can break, retest this high. The high I mean, which is 0.061 or 0.064, then from there drop. Because if we get any up move, whether from here or lower, the price can retest this top, and this one will become internal bigger correction for one more drop. If we get this move, it can give us a sell setup and can be quite long. I mean, quite sharp. It won't be a corrective move. Okay, but the thing is, if we get any buy within this range, as long as the price haven't broke this low, which is 0.042, any buy we get when the price come to this top, which is 0.04, 0.064, we need to be aware that this one can turn to a bigger correction for one more drop. Okay, all it depends, whatever we get here, the moves is a corrective move or sharp move. Okay, by the way, I think whatever I explain is just more than enough, because we need to see what is happening. This is what we think, and I move this support to lower, which is we're looking 0.0407. Okay, and we just follow the chart. Right now we don't have any trade set up. Every time I give update, the only thing is we want to see when we can get the next move, which is quite sharp. All right, anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.